Hey guys, Addict Cyclist here with a exciting uh, unboxing and quick 15-minute ride. Oh, sorry, 15-mile ride. Excuse me for that. Initial impressions here of the new Solestar Kontrol series footbed. So if you've been following along the channel, I'm a huge lover of the Solestar brand. I've been using them for about 3.5, almost 4 years now, and they completely about 3 years. They've completely changed my foot feel and the numbness that I have, in addition to obviously using these CD Shot 2s. If you are a subscriber, you'll note that I had a very odd shaped foot, and I've been trying to find a shoe and footbed or insole to accommodate, and this has been the perfect match here. So I won't get too much into that, but just to kind of give some initial thoughts on the new style Solestar Kontrols. And I did try the black. The black are very, very stiff, a little too stiff for my liking. I like there to be a little bit of give, just so it can reduce any type of foot fatigue over a long period of ride. But if you're doing an hour crit, hour of power, then by all means, take a look at the black series. But the black series is a full carbon support versus this hybrid carbon and I guess it's a fiberglass, like a fiberglass resin on both of these. So anyway, here's what I immediately felt when I put my foot in the shoe is that the best features of this new Solestar Kontrol is the arch support, which this original version was a little bit lacking. And the metatarsal pad or metatarsal button is a little bit taller and a little bit smaller, so it can probably accommodate an array of different foot shapes here. So if you understand the Solestar brand, they've been selling insoles for forever now, and they have always had the philosophy, in terms of my understanding, is that they kind of supported not just the arch but like the ankle. This is a very, very high wall here that supports the ankle, and obviously across the kinetic chain going up to the knee and then going up to the hip. So it keeps a nice linear plane there. But what I always felt was, again, it never bothered me, but some of the comments that I've had in my videos was that they felt, my subscribers felt they didn't have like a lot of arch support, although they had support. It just was more in line and tuned with the actual ankle and not so much the arch. And when I immediately put my foot in here, I felt that there's definitely an arch there compared to the old ones. So again, I'm not sure if the camera's going to pick this stuff up, but you can see kind of how flat that is, and it does a very good job of contouring the foot, and it probably accommodated a lot of different foot shapes because it was a very neutral arch, where this new one has a lot more of a wave in here, right? And it's got a little bit more spring because there's more of an arch. Now, it still has the same wall. It's about the same height, which I measured. The only difference that I saw in dimensions was that these, again, they're a little bit used, but I tried to get the widest point, was they're 3.5 mils versus about 3.75 on the new ones here. But other than that, very, very, it's basically the same shape. The texture is a little bit different. This old version had a very nice anti-slip texture on it, which I really like a lot. This new one, it's I wouldn't call it anti-slip. It does kind of prevent a little bit of slip, but when I put some heat in it, it didn't offer the same level of grip that the old one had, which I really, 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 really like. But again, no complaints here. I'm going to put some more miles on them and see how I get along with them. But initial impressions are I like them already. Now, I'm not sponsored by Solestar. They've been kind enough over the years to send me different versions of their insoles to review. I do not get any type of income or revenue from Solestar. It's just a purely accommodation to get these on the channel here to review. I do have a one-time use code, Addict Cyclist 20 off. Will get you a one-time 20% off the insoles or your order, and I just wanted to get that out there. So under a quick glance here, I noticed a few things. This is one I already shared, that the metatarsal pad is a little bit taller and smaller. So if you can follow my shape here, so it's very small. It's got a nice V, where the old one had more of a wider platform, right? And it wasn't as pronounced. And what I also saw was on the old ones, and I don't know if you can catch this here, but there's a bump up here on the outside of the foot, right? I'm not sure what that was for. It kind of forced the foot kind of down, right? If your left foot is kind of forced it down a little bit. The new version doesn't have that, and I kind of like this. I felt that, not that this was uncomfortable, but I kind of felt that, where the new one, I don't feel anything. It's very, very flat. And then the toe section here, and again, I'll try to get it on camera, right, is a little bit wider on this one. versus smaller imprint or indent on this one. And I guess the philosophy is to get that first metatarsal and that first toe down, because that's where you're going to drive most of that power. So I'm assuming that's what the reasoning for that is. But all in all, they feel just as rigid. I don't feel anything different in terms of how they feel or how they flex. But again, because these have a higher arch, I can feel that little feeling underneath your foot. So it will take me a few rides to get comfortable in this, because I've been riding these versions for, oh my God, like I said, about 3.5 years now. So nothing that's going to be causing any pain or fatigue. I felt great running these, and I actually felt these are a little bit more supportive. So I'm really excited to kind of get more miles on them. What I was having issues with is that because of the material on this one, I was always getting like this weird little buckle, right, where it mat the inside of the shoes. And I traced my old insoles, and so there's no rubbing or anything like that in the shoe, but I always had like a buckle on the right side. And I guess it's because my toe kind of shoots in a little bit more and is kind of pushing this material out, where the new one, I felt that because of the material, I'm probably not going to get that same buckling in that area. It's just a different material, or what feels like a different material. So I don't think I'm going to get that lifting here. And also too, because of the vent holes being so close to the edge, is probably what my foot is kind of indenting here and then pushing the material up, where this is smaller holes and they're not pushed out to the edge of the insole. Therefore, they're not going to get any deformations here. So all in all, I'm super excited. I'm going to order another pair, which I am paying for my mountain bike shoes. These are my road shoes. These are the CD Shot 2s. I use the CD Tiger 2s for mountain, and I'm excited to get a set of these new ones in both of my CDs here. So just wanted to get them on the channel. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave them in the comments. Just a quick note, if you are going to be using these insoles, they do have a 6-week trial, money back guarantee trial. And I did use that once on a pair of insoles for a pair of hiking boots. Just didn't get along with them. They gave me my money back, but so far all the cycling stuff and running has been great. And also to note that when you first get on these insoles, and if you've been riding other insoles, is that you have to give it a few weeks. I would say probably a dozen rides for your body to start to accommodate this new level of support here, because again, most insoles are just kind of throwing a big bump in here in the middle. But again, because of the style here and supporting some of the ankle, they are a little bit more rigid. So I would definitely give your feet and your body some time to adjust before making your final decision here. And obviously before the 6-week demo or trial is up. So if you have any questions, shoot me in the comments. Appreciate it. Thanks.